We are home at $1,000 cash grab.
Want to qualify for that cash? Then all you have to do is text CASH to 71007. We'll give you 10 questions in 60 seconds. Get them all right. You'll walk away with $1,000.
Yes.
But hopefully you don't spend that $1,000 on drugs.
Yes. And if you witness that's a very important statement.
Say no to drugs.
If you witness what we went through yesterday, you would understand why L'Oreal just said that.
I barely want to smoke weed anymore after this, but I was so stressed. I needed like 10 blunts.
Right. So we pulled up in Atlanta yesterday, like we told you guys a few minutes ago. And Alton, I asked you, I said, yo, are you going to go with us? You didn't. You decided not to go.
Yeah, the Lord told me.
You could have
don't go.
experienced this with
The Lord ain't tell you don't go. The Lord told this man don't go.
Yeah, he was there.
So, all right, so help me, Lo. So let's talk the story. So we're out there. We told people, hey, we're giving clues about where we're going to be giving away tickets to Birthday Bash in Atlanta coming up.
We was at a dope spot called Wish in Atlanta at the Outcast mural.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're out there and a weird white man comes walking around looking in the sky.
Yes.
So, sometimes I think they're aliens. So I thought he was looking for the UFO child.
He
So,
had a guitar case strapped on his back.
he was like, what is this?
Right. And he's like, yeah, you guys know what this building is right here? We're like, it's such and such, such and such. And he keeps going.
Yeah, mad tattoos, white man, looks a little off.
Looks a little off. So he walks past us. We don't think anything else of it.
I thought something of it.
He gets deeper into the parking lot, and then when we're not looking, we just hear, no, 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 no. Brother! We look over. He throws his guitar case down on the ground. He opens his car door out, and he pulls this guy out of the car onto the ground. We're like, oh.
Now, by the time I turn around, I just see this guy on the ground thinking, and this guy screaming. I thought he'd have knocked him out or killed him and tried to act like whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my interpretation.
The guy was in the car already, so he snatches the door open, pulls him out onto the ground. We're like, oh, he looks like he might be dead. Like he just found
He wasn't
his friend.
moving.
He wasn't moving. Wow. He was limp. His skin was a weird color.
His skin was a weird color.
It was just weird. So then he yells to us because he just walked past us. We were the only ones out there in that moment.
Call 911.
Call 911. So our guy, Jay Chris,
who ran down the block to go find the address at first. At first, he ran to go find the address, but we ain't never see him come back.
He's calling 911. He sounds very confused. He sounded very confused about giving them directions. At that point,
that would have been me.
I ran into the store and I was like, yo, what's the address
They
here?
left me out there by myself with these two meth heads. And I'm like, I'm thinking they trying to rob me because I got the nice car. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm thinking about. I'm like, I got a bag on.
Yeah.
You know how that is in New York. They'll do something like that and hit you over the head and throw you in the trunk.
Right.
You know, so I don't care what color this man is. I still wasn't falling for it.
So I go inside, I get the address to the place, I come back outside, I give Jay Chris the address for him to give to the ambulance people. But at that time, the whole time I went in the store and came back, the guy is still out there yelling.
And he's like, help me. Now I see him take a needle, bite it off, spit it out, and stick it in this man. So I'm like, I don't know if he's trying to poison him, because I don't know what happens when people overdose.
Right.
But apparently that's what we were witnessing.
Yes, he's there. He's doing all of this stuff. He's yelling. He sticks him with the needle.
He's yelling help.
He slaps him in the face.
He's doing
yelling
all
help.
that. He's giving him CPR.
Me and Lo are a pretty safe distance away, and we look at each other. We're like, we don't know how to help this guy. We don't even know what to do.
Exactly. So then Kyle, he's like, what should I do? What should I do? I was like, he needs help. Kyle goes, I'm going to help him.
I'm going to try to help him.
So, mind you, he had asked Jay Chris for help first. And
Jay Chris is me.
Jay Chris is me. No, because Jay Chris at this point, I walked back over, and the guy was right by Jay Chris and said, brother, help me.
Brother, help me. Yes.
Jay Chris walked.
Jay Chris went to the street.
Jay Chris went back
he
to
was
the
just going to
station.
go up there and look for the ambulance.
It was crazy. So Kyle went over there.
So
I followed him.
So I go down there. Lo follows me. I get down there. I'm like, yo, I don't know how to. What do you need me to do?
This man's turning blue at this point.
Yeah, the man, he's turning blue. He's looking purple in the face. He says, like, yo, just hit him. Just hit him in the chest, like, you know what I mean, with the chest. Like,
I was like, he's gone.
Right.
We literally think he's dead.
I thought he was green and brown.
So
and blue.
So I make sure his shirt is down. I'm giving him like the CPR joints, like bam.
He was giving him mouth to mouth.
No, not really. No,
that's what I'm glad y'all clearing the air. Because I heard that Kyle gave mouth to mouth.
He gave him mouth to mouth.
That's what I heard.
And then he gave him mouth to mouth.
There is
what I
a
heard.
limitation on this help.
That's what I heard. And I was like, I know good and well Kyle didn't put his
You
mouth
know
on that
damn
man.
well that ain't happen.
So
I give the guy the
yeah.
chest compression. So I do the chest thing. His friend that pulled him out the car is giving him mouth to mouth. I
Okay.
do the chest thing. His friend is giving him mouth to mouth.
Now I'm gonna tell you when I decided that it was time to pray for this man, okay? Because this is right or wrong.
Yes.
The guy said, "God, please, God." I said, "Okay, I can't just stand.
do something.
I'm a God. I'm good. He God fearing. I'm God fearing." I see the man start turning green.
Yeah.
Kyle goes, he's breathing, or I feel
think
a
he's-
pulse,
yeah.
or something you said.
Yeah.
Once he said that, I was like, in the name of Jesus.
Wait, so-
I done turned into TD Jakes. I didn't even know.
So you was needed. If it wasn't for a L'Oreal prayer, that man be
Man,
Nah,
dead.
I ain't
right?
gonna lie. We was praying.
But
all
here's
kind of
what's
stuff.
ill. Before we even get to that part, so I'm doing the chesting, right? And at one point, the guy goes, squeeze his arm, right? So he has me squeezing his arm because he's trying to get a vein to inject more of the, I think it's called Narcan.
Yeah,
Whatever that
Narcan.
is.
So I'm squeezing his arm, and he's sitting there jabbing him in the arm with this needle.
Blood is leaking.
Yo, blood. I was like, yo, this is insane.
Blood is leaking. So then the woman comes over. She's like, this happens every 3 days.
Oh my God.
She's like, turn him on his side. Pick
Turn him on
his
his
head up.
side.
So we're like taking the guitar, picking
Yes.
his head up. And then they went to go turn him on his side, and the man falls on his face. And I was like, no, not on the face.
And at one point, right, so like Lil
was
said,
Weekend
at
at
one
Bernie's.
point it sounded like he was breathing because I was like, it sounds like a real low snore.
was like, huh.
And then when I was squeezing his arm for him to pick his arm, I was like, yo, I can feel his pulse.
When
He's
he said
alive.
that, that's when I was in. Yeah, that's when I
come on,
started
somebody.
praying.
Yeah, man.
That's when the prayers and we started going. And then the ambulance, we could hear them now.
Yes.
Right?
We
And
can
then the
hear him in
man
distance.
jumps out. He's like,
No, I'm not laughing.
Do how he got him, Lo. Do how he
Look
got
at
him.
that.
He was like,
Ain't God good? And he just got to walking?
no, he tried. Yes. They was
Come
like,
on.
They was like, sit down, sit down.
Let
He
me
was
tell
like,
you.
I'm
It's a
all right.
miracle.
you ever
right.
saw Walking Dead? Oh, let me tell you. You ever saw Walking Dead? It's one of them walking around right now. I promise you. That man said, I'm all right. I said, you was dead.
He told me I'm good.
Right around.
Absolutely,
He was
100%.
smoking a cigarette. He got up smoking a cigarette.
By the time the ambulance and the paramedics and the fire department got there, he was standing off to the side smoking a cigarette.
The man was dead for about 15
he do
minutes.
this all
Yo,
the
it was
time.
a long
No,
time,
it was
right?
a long ass
It
Feel
time.
like he does this all the time.
And-
That's what it seemed like. I'm
And
not
peep
gonna lie
this,
to you.
we don't even know how long he was in that car before we got there.
But you know,
I
people
don't know
like
how
those
long.
type of high, like they like close to death highness. So that's like a thing that they do.
Man,
It wasn't
that's
close
too
to death.
much.
He died.
He
That
died.
man was dead.
Oh.
Here's the, and I
This
know
is
we
different
gotta
man.
wrap this up, but the worst part about all of this, the ambulance get there, the police get there, the fire department gets there, the EMTs get there, and they cannot convince this man that he needs to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Then they pull up by us, right? This is how we gonna end it all. They pull up by us, and we thinking they finna say thank you. They like, yo, you seen the key out here?
And they drive off like we just help you save your damn life. You ungrateful motherfuckers.
Go to hell.
It's the morning hustle, man.
Now go to hell.
Oh, you ungrateful.
Now you ungrateful.
We are the morning hustle.